Cinematic is a word that gets tossed around a lot in photography and videography. What if I tell you there's a lens that truly embodies this cinematic magic? This is the Leica Lens Lab SP2, a 50mm f2 lens drawing inspiration from the original Cooke Speed Pen Pro designed by Gordon Cooke himself. Now let's talk about the lens. If you're looking for a clinical and sharp lens, this is not for you. Instead, this is what I like to call a character lens. It has a very strong vintage vibe to it. Think about the movies made in the 1940s when this lens was created. You're not going to get a very well-corrected lens, you're not going to get the smoothest bokeh, and shooting wide open with this thing makes you question the alignment of your rangefinder. But if you want something different, if you want that Cooke look, I don't think there's anything like it out there. Well, apart from spending $15,000 on the original Cooke lens, even if you get one. And then, the original was made for Super 35. This is made for full frame. The lens is made out of brass and glass and not much else. It's really on par with the best lenses that Leica makes. The fit and finish is impeccable. The focus ring is really well dampened, although some would argue that it might be too well dampened because it can be a bit stiff. The aperture ring is very, very smooth, although I wish that they made the option of declicking it for video use. There's no trace of plastic to be seen anywhere. The rear lens cap is made out of metal. The lens hood that comes with the lens is made out of brass. I can see the brass coming out from this lens hood. Hang on a minute, I said there was no plastic to be seen anywhere. There is a plastic ring in there, so when you tighten the hood, it doesn't scratch the lens. The lens hood just goes on there like so, just tighten it, and that's it. You really have to hold it in your hands to appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into it. I really don't see any flaws into it. Even the focus tab is designed to replicate the vintage lenses out there. Moving on to the most important bit of this video, I've included some straight out of camera shots for you to see. This is how the bokeh looks like. It has tons and tons of character in the bokeh. Again, not the cleanest bokeh. If I'm not mistaken, this is called soap bubble bokeh. Now, it's not the sharpest wide open. Again, that's not the point. It does sharpen up a bit, stop down, but then this is what you really want from this lens. So just stick it wide open and shoot away. I am not even going to start talking about chromatic aberrations because you will get a ton of it, but that's not the point. In terms of flaring, this lens flares really easily. The lens hood that comes with it helps it a bit, but personally, I don't use it because I really want the lens to flare. No, it doesn't give you that sort of anamorphic flare. For that, you need an anamorphic lens. And please, please don't put an anamorphic flare filter on it. It's just wrong. So there you go. The Leica Lens Lab 50mm SP2. I know that Leica Lens Lab is making a 75mm version. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So Leica Lens Lab, if you don't mind sending me one, I don't mind doing the testing for you. And I really wish that they would make a 35mm version. So tell me in the comments whether you like this lens, whether this lens is for you, whether you like it or you hate it. And this lens, interestingly enough, doesn't come with a front lens cap. It just comes like that. So Leica Lens Lab has made this element in front of it to protect the inside of it. I've removed it. I've misplaced it. I can't show it to you guys. But then you can buy this. This is a really, really cheap lens cap. It just goes on there. But then I really wish that they would include one. It just costs a few cents. Come on, Leica Lens Lab. Right, so I'll leave you with a few more examples of what this lens can do. All of these are shot wide open on my Leica M11. See you in the next video.